All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we'll bring you back-to-back update and information as the hot. In case you are first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drops, you go be the first. We'll collect them. Let's go down to the news proper as the hop. Of course, remember about 3 days ago, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, was sentenced to 6 years imprisonment in Finland by Haiti court. Of course, that particular judgment was based on the district court, and according to the information I have, that Simon Ekpa can still appeal the ruling of the district court in the higher court, and I think that that is what he is going to do because he still have some chances in order to be able to appeal on that particular judgment. But all right, happening now in Anambra State, Anambra youth Agone Chamber commences search for Simon Ekpa's men as followers flee. Happening in Anambra State, the information reaching us is that after the announcement of Mazi Simon Ekpa's CCA sentencing by the Finnish court in Haiti, which was the ruling of the district court, which he can still appeal, that some of the members of the group have started fleeing, of which I know that this could be a propaganda. But as it is, they say that the men of the Agone Chamber in Anambra State have taken a step in making sure that every member of the Biafra Liberation Army or autopilot is being apprehended. Let's go down to the full detail of that particular information as it is in the hot for Anambra State. Now, everywhere is getting hot. There is fire for fire in the camps of the Liberation Army and also that of the Agone Chamber. And it's a face-to-face fight, a face-off, and we don't know who is going to become the victor or the valiant of this particular fight. Let's go down to the full detail of this particular information. 24 hours after the court in Finland sentenced the leader of the autopilot squad, Simon Ekpa, to 6 years imprisonment, the youth in Anambra State and the Agone Chamber Security Squad is said to have commenced manhunt of his men. According to a source, the youth has approached some members of Agone Chamber Security Squad to cope the border towns of Anambra State, which includes Obaru, Ayamelum, Urumba South, Ihara, Okano local government areas. It was gathered that some of the gunmen had fled their camps on hearing that their leader had been convicted and that they are fast relocating to neighboring states in the southeast. An eyewitness who pleaded anonymity for fear of being fished out by the government narrated that one of the camps at Ore Zukala in Orumba South local government area has been deserted by the government since Monday yesterday to an unknown destination, adding that those that attack farmers can no longer be seen. There is a camp at Orezukala where they stayed and operate from, but this morning we saw no one and we suspected that it was as a result of the judgment against the leader of the Biafra Republic government in exile in Finland. Before now, they would drive around town harassing people and asking for money, but we did not see them, and most of the youths in our place have been searching for them to flush them out, he said. In all kind of borders with Enugu State, a similar information filtered into the suspecting government had fled some of the camps for fear of being arrested by Agone Chamber and the community youths. When contacted, the special advisor to Governor Charles Soludo on community security, Prince Kelechi Emekani, is here to comment or confirm the development. The police public relation officer of the Agone Chamber Security Squad, Mr. Nweke, however, explained that the job of the security outfit is not to target at a particular set of miscreants, adding that the operation of the outfit has nothing to do with any court judgment but to ensure peace and maintain law and order. We are not targeting any set of lawless people but to maintain law and order, and it has nothing to do with any judgment pronouncement. Community policing is the duty of everyone, and if the youths are desirous of fishing out bad eggs, then they have the support of the state government, but they should also be mindful of not implicating innocent people, he noted. Police Public Relations Officer SP Tochukwu Ikenga noted that the command had continually encouraged community policing, and they have our backing, but they do not have the right to carry out any form of prosecution or taking the laws into their hands. All right, this is happening live in Anambra State. As the information reaching us is that the people of Anambra State is scavenging for the men of the group of the Biafra Liberation forces as a result of the announcement of Mazen and the Kano's sentencing of 6 years imprisonment. All right. Also in the same Anambra State, police and vigilante arrest 5 suspected kidnappers, rescue 2 abducted women. The State Police Command has arrested 5 suspect kidnappers, rescued 2 victims following a joint operation with local security groups. The incident occurred on August 30th at about 7:45 p.m. when 3 women, Aminat, Mohammed Habita, were abducted, according to security analysts. Following the report, policemen, in collaboration with local government security initiative, launched a search operation in the surrounding bushes. All right, this is happening live, where police people team up with the security have been able to arrest kidnappers. A lot of things has been happening with this issue of kidnapping in the nation, especially now in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Um, as it were, the issue of kidnapping and abduction was a kind of alien to the people of Ndibo. It was something that uh, we never know about. It was like a fairy tale, like a folk tale that we hear in the moonlight those days. But as it is now, things have really changed. It is no more a fairy tale. It is happening right in front of our eyes. There was one that happened in Anambra State. There has been significant cases in Anambra State. The issue of house member, the issue of fish magnet, the young boy that was kidnapped, ransom demanded and was paid, and still yet um, nothing happened. The people who carried out this particular operation has not yet been apprehended, and I wonder what is the work of the government and also the work of the security forces that we have in the nation. That their work is supposed to protect life and property. I think that is the first duty that is placed on the government and also the security agencies in our different societies. All right, Kano's lawyer explained why Finnish court declared court cleared IPOB. Let's go to that information. A member of the defense team of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Barrister Christopher Chidera, on Tuesday explained why a Finnish court exonerated the group but convicted self-styled IPOB Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Chidera, who is a part of Nnamdi Kanu's global defense, Nnamdi Kanu's global defense, Barrister Christopher Chidera, on Tuesday explained why a Finnish court exonerated the group but convicted self-styled IPOB Prime Minister. Consortium, in a statement, explained that the Pijatham District Court in Finland convicted Ekpa for incitement, tax fraud, and professional misconduct, none of which IPOB is accused of. He raised serious concern about what he called malicious propaganda being orchestrated against Nnamdi Kanu. He noted the malicious article published on iBrand TV and authored by Marshal Bassi under the false and misleading headline Simon Ekpa's conviction, how the Igbo Biafra dream died a natural death, on Monday describing it as a hatchet piece, fabrication, collapse under the weight of verifiable judicial records. It is propaganda designed to dampen the resilient spirit of Biafrans, but instead exposes the intellectual emptiness of its author and his sponsors. He explained that the Finnish court judgment did not find IPOB wanting, while it sentenced Simon Ekpa personally to 6 years imprisonment on charges of participation in terrorist organization incitement, tax fraud, and professional misconduct. He added, the court never mentioned IPOB in its ruling. IPOB testified under oath that Kpai was never a member and held no office in the movement. Kpai himself admitted under oath that he was only a content creator and had long disowned the group. If it were guilty, Finland had the perfect opportunity to indict it. The court declined to do so because no evidence exists against the group. This silence in itself an exoneration. He frowned at what he called the article's reckless attempt to bury the Biafra dream through falsehood, describing it as pitiful. He said the author of the article deliberately ignored the legal reality that IPOB is a lawful registered movement in Finland operating transparently within the ambit of international law. He retested that IPOB is not and has never been a terrorist group. IPOB is a global self-determination movement anchored in law and justice. Any further attempt to defame IPOB will be met with lawful suit, international petition, and reputational demolition. All right, this is where I'll be winding down the curtain. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drops, you'll be the first to collect it. Thank you for listening. God bless you.